The case of Dutch billionaire Tob Cohen was a case that scared the hell out of people in this country. The Dutch billionaire was killed and dumped in a septic tank at his home. The main suspect in the murder was his wife, Sara Cohen Wairemo. The woman was arrested, prosecuted, but later, due to the influence of this case, the lawyer that she had hired, Philip Murgur, went ahead to argue the case and she went scot-free. But yesterday, something new happened. The detectives from the Directorate of Criminal Investigation picked her up. Sara Wairemo was again brought up in court today at Kibera Law Courts for fresh charges where it was believed that new intelligence or new evidence has come up in regards to how she was involved in the murder of her husband, the Dutch billionaire Tob Cohen. At a corner of a well-manicured address in Nairobi Spring Valley Estate, a dark secret lay for close to 3 weeks. Underneath the impeccable blades of grass away from the imposing beautiful home, a painful weeks-long search for Dutch billionaire Tob Cohen headed in tears. It was revealed that the 71-year-old murder was plotted and executed by a team of not less than 5 individuals. One of them, a former husband to a sitting member of parliament from the Rift Valley, over 3 months. That was a publication that went viral in the year 2019. Now, a white body bag with spots of brown from the unearthing of the body lay desolate, alone on impeccably laid cabro blocks in the Highhead estate behind the iron gate and the high walls around the property. A murder most fall was plotted and the 43-day search for the Dutch billionaire ended in pain. Remember, the Dutch billionaire was killed and his body was found 43 days later. Now, according to the information we have, a lot was involved in plotting and killing this man. The main mastermind in the murder was none other than his wife, Sara Cohen. According to what we have, it is believed that also some few other individuals helped in plotting and executing the murder. Now, according to a publication by the Saturday in 2019, some 18 kilometers away, the wife to Sara Cohen, now main suspect in the killing, could face murder charges. It was almost a perfect crime. No bodies, no witnesses, a hurriedly assembled CCTV camera that was put up, according to authorities, after the gruesome killing. But somewhere in the neatly weaved stories and event, one thread failed to hold, and that day, what was turning out to be an incredible story of murder most fall unraveled. There is no perfect crime. The DCI director then, George Kennedy, revealed to the people of the Republic. These people were heartless, absolutely heartless. Bit by bit, details of how Cohen met his death started unraveling. Implicated by authorities in Cohen's wife and 5 other suspects, one of them the former husband to the member of parliament. Investigations showed that the plot to kill Cohen was hatched 3 months ago before his death in the same house that sat on the water tank where his body was found. Unknown to him, in his absence, a close relationship of his had approached the legislature's husband. The relation had a pressing matter that needed to be dealt with. Cohen had hinted more than once that he wanted to sabotage with the relationship that he had with the said woman. That was Sara. This proved problematic at the end of the day. To head relationship would mean a drastic change in lifestyle for the relationship. Now, the legislature's former husband had a solution. Investigators who talked said that on condition of anonymity, said he proposed to the Cohen relation that they hire a team of assassins who would help in dealing with the problem. The arrested suspect is said to have sourced the assassins from as far as Nakuru and others from Nairobi. A special team of officers from the Special Crimes Prevention and the Flying Squad was deployed to hunt for the hired assassin. The two original plotters settled on a team of 4 individuals. It is not clear whether they were known to them. A down payment of 40,000 was then made via M-Pesa to the four killers who are being sought. For this amount, which was 40,000, that was first given out. On the night of the murder, the plotters bowed his hands and feet. There was another rope around Cohen's neck. Detectives say this was put on him like a necklace before he was killed. When I say it is gruesome, it is gruesome. Kenoti, a seasoned cop who has been to countless crime scenes and to swallow hard when asked about how Cohen was killed. They took their time with him. Now, Cohen's sister Gabrielle Van Strateni and her husband battled to fight years, unable to believe that their brother was killed in such a manner so far from home. It is unbelievable that this can be done. I did see his body. I don't know what to say. Disgusting what happened, she said. Cohen didn't go quietly though. On the night he died, he called a close friend to tell him of the stubborn cloud of death that had refused to leave him. On the night he was murdered, I talked to him for 15 minutes. He was very concerned about his life. If anything happened to him, Cohen and said, if I was found dead anywhere, a close relationship would be responsible. Former Gatudu MP Patrick Mwirori told the media he had complained to the authorities. Mwirori then briefly went down memory lane, recalling the years he had spent with Cohen. Those nights, the two shared a drink, a daughter's wedding, and another phone call by yet another close friend soon after Cohen disappeared. He told me he couldn't reach our friend. My mind went back to the last conversation we had. Now, the victim's brother-in-law, Roy Stratton, said Cohen loved the country and had no intentions of leaving and considered himself more Kenyan. Although authorities had called time on one phase of the investigations, they believed time is all the killers had as they lowered his body into a partially submerged underground concrete water tank that at the end of the day could not keep a lid on their dirty secret. They took their time to kill him. Now, adding that as far as he was concerned, the DCI Kenoti, the motive for the killing was clear. Cohen's wife, Sara Wairimu Kamodo, was the one who was facing murder charges. Wairimu was remanded at Langata Women Prison for some time until she won the case against against the Cohen family, and she was set free. But yesterday, she was picked up again. She was picked up at a time that the President of the Republic of Kenya, President William Ruto, is welcoming the Dutch royal family to the country, awaiting the arrival of the Dutch king and queen in March this year. According to the details we have, the president or the Dutch the Dutch embassy in Kenya requested a review and a revisit into the case and the murder of the billionaire Bwana Tob Cohen before anything else. That before the king arrives in the country, The president should have revisited this case and have the main culprit, who was Sara Cohen, prosecuted for the murder. Today she appeared in court and she was again said to be to remain on the leash until on 29th of January, when again she will make an appearance in court. Remember, the Dutch king is arriving in the country, and for the relationship that the current relationship is trying to build with Netherlands, then they cannot. The main request that was made by the Netherlands government before the arrival of the king is that their citizen was killed in Kenya, and the culprits that killed and took the life of the billionaire are currently enjoying the wealth that this man had worked for. So President William Ruto was told to work things out and make sure that the culprits faces the law, the wrath of justice. And that is why I assure you that Sara Cohen, this time round, she is not escaping. Because this is not the regime of President William Ruto. This is the regime of President this is not the regime of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. This is the regime of William Ruto. And he is ready to do anything to please the countries that he is seeking a better relationship with. Back then the evidence couldn't be found. But sahi itapatikana mpende msipende. So Sara Cohen is going to jail for a very long time. Leave the fact that right now that there is nothing that has been found. For now, I leave it there. I remind you that this is the Kenyan Daily Report. Please don't leave without subscribing.